Okay, it is Friday, 27th, 2009. This is take two, actually, of this video journal thing. I did one already, but I guess I recorded it in high definition, which ate up about half a gig of space on my hard drive for a 5-minute entry, so I figured that's not going to work. Went in, took the quality down a few pegs, and hopefully I'll be able to store more of these in a smaller file. So you really needed to know all that too. It was really important for me to tell you this. I don't know who you are. You could just be me at some future date. You could be people I know. I don't know if I'm going to YouTube this thing or not. Probably not. Not because I don't want to show off, but more just I can't imagine who would possibly be interested in listening or watching any of this. This is not the best place to do any kind of recording. I have our window to the outside world right behind me here that is basically washing my face out. You can see that reflection right there. I guess I could go without them. This isn't what I look like on a daily basis. I wear these things constantly. I can't even see the monitor right now. I'm less than 2 feet from it. That's how bad my vision is. So, I don't need to introduce myself, at least not to my own journal. That's stupid. But I guess I should at least say something interesting. So I'm working away at my degree here at BYU, Hawaii, my art degree, and still working for the TV production studio here on campus. Some exciting things coming up. In June, I'm going to China for about a week and a half. We're going to be shooting a documentary on a friend of mine and a coworker, Minzu. I don't exactly know what the format is. She's basically a citizen of China who's been living here for a while, married another friend of mine, David, another coworker. She's joined the Mormon Church somewhat covertly, because I guess she wasn't supposed to because of her nationality. There's some laws there. I'm not exactly sure how that works. So if you're Chinese and you're watching this, don't tell on her. So that should be a lot of fun. They're good people. It's going to be a really enjoyable time. It's going to be a great experience for me. I've never been outside of the country. 27 years old, never been outside of the country, so it'll be kind of fun to do that. And March going to Maui for about 5 days, traveling with the Steel Band Orchestra. Not steel band as in like trumpets, trombones and stuff. They play the steel pan, which is an instrument from Jamaica, which basically came from a hollowed out oil drum, and it's got little panels on the inside, and each one has a different note, and they play them. They're really beautiful, so that'll be really fun. I'm going along as the audio engineer on that. I'm going to record it, so I'll probably get some of the footage from that and include it in one of these for myself and whoever you are to take a look at. So a couple other things. Took a midterm yesterday that I did not study for a religion class here, which I think it's kind of silly. We have to take... Don't get me... Okay, I could talk about this for a while. But basically, I didn't study at all for this test, and I went in and I took it and I got an 80%. So I'm just hoping to get a C in this class, so an 80% suits me just fine. That's actually kind of been the philosophy I'm taking on lately for my degree. I'm not going to let college eat me alive, and so I'm not even really planning on doing anything career-wise with the degree that I'm in. Well, that's not true. Where I work right now in the TV studio, and just on a daily basis, the gear and the equipment, the software, the production that I'm learning is the field that I'm going to be going into. And not only do I not have to pay for that training and education, I get paid to be there and to do it. So it's absolutely the best situation for me right now. I'm learning all kinds of great stuff. So the art degree, I figured there's going to be a lot of places that are really going to want to see a degree, because all I've got is a high school diploma. So figured get a degree from an accredited university, tack that onto my resume, could only help. But there's a lot of classes that I'm having to take for this degree that are just really a waste of my time. One that I'm in right now that I feel like I'm actually doing pretty well in is an intermediate visual design, which is a fancy way of saying, let's learn Photoshop. And they wouldn't let me test out of it, even though I've been using Photoshop for the better part of the last 5 years. Because they're also doing a small course edition on Adobe Illustrator, which, okay, I've never used that, but I really can't see myself using it after now learning how to use it extensively at all in the future, at least beyond just the absolute basics, what I could have learned on my own outside the classroom. So I feel like it's kind of a waste of time and money. I'm a little chapped that I couldn't just write that off, or at least do a couple sample pieces, but, you know, whatever. Ceramics, I'm really enjoying. I'm doing well in that class. I think that's a class I'm actually putting effort into, so I want to see a good grade, more for my benefit than anything else, because really, C's get degrees. D's get degrees in some places, but it's not it's a little risky. You're getting close to that line of failing. But there's definitely a class or two that I'm really not shooting for anything higher than a passing grade. And I'm okay with that. Doesn't bother me in the slightest. I'm not an overachiever. I don't need to see the A's. I have no plan on going to grad school. So I'm working. Sherilyn's going to school full-time. She'll be done hopefully this December. But it's looking like it might be another term past that because she has to do a practicum. And they might make her reapply. And just to avoid all the hassle and the headache, we're probably going to stick around for another term. Living in Laie, going to Brigham Young University, Hawaii, which has its ups and its downs. It's a very closed community in that it's highly Mormon, and anytime any religion and any culture really, I think if you get a really dense, high population, you get people who just kind of go a bit nuts, and that's been kind of challenging for us, especially because politically and just theologically, I think we sit a little bit more on the left. And our views and our opinions, what I feel are actually fairly logical and what might be considered middle of the road, most other places are sometimes considered insane here. So I think we're kind of looked at as being crazy liberal hippies. I gotta put my glasses back on because I'm having a hard time staring at a blur. Oh, that's so much better. What else? Okay, wanted to get this on film, because I don't know how much longer I'm going to be able to keep this before honor code is going to make me shave it off. Yeah, they make you sign a thing here that says you won't have facial hair. I don't know what the phobia is. You can have a mustache, but it's not allowed to be past the corners of your mouth, which I think Hitler was the only person I know that sported that kind of a stash. So maybe I'll go with that next, but I don't want to send the wrong message. But, okay, here it is. The world's most ridiculous mustache. You see how it moves when I smile? Isn't that beautiful? I don't get to keep it though. Kind of sad. But I'm having a lot of fun growing it. I started in February. I know Mustache March, which if you don't know about Mustache March, it's kind of fun. My friend Mike Metzger does it every year. You grow a mustache all through the month of March and somehow you make money for charity. I don't know how it works. Go talk to him about it. But there's my contribution. Boom. Right there. And here's Sherry Lynn's contribution to my throat. She complains that she can't give me very good hickeys. I don't know why it's a goal of hers to develop that skill. But this was a freebie that she won in a poker game that we played, and it's pretty brutal. I had a meeting with my bosses and the higher ups here at the school, getting ready for the China tour, and it was. I can't remember if I already told the story in this one because this is the second time I've done this stupid recording. Anyway, I'm sitting here with these people who are my bosses and people who are in charge of millions of dollars of the school's money, sending the production crew to this other country, and I'm sitting here trying to look serious and look professional with, a Snidely Whiplash, 30s cartoon villain mustache and a giant purple, and it's healed, since yesterday. Hickey on my neck. So, Sherilyn's coming home soon, hopefully. It's 20 after. She was going to be home at 5. But when she gets back, we're going to go to the ceramic studio and make some pottery, and that'll be fun. So, that'll kind of catch you up. That's really all I have to say. Oh, Haberdashery, our band, we're playing this Saturday down in Kailua, which will be a lot of fun, playing with some other local bands, get to know some people outside of the town here. So I'll probably put some footage of that on here when that comes through. So that's it. I'm going to call this good because I'm looking at the time and it's approaching 10 minutes. In fact, I'm going to stop it. Well, too late. I went over 10. Crap. But hope you found this entertaining. I know I didn't. And I'm trying to think of something to say that might become like my signature sign-off. But I can't think of anything. I'll think of something and say it later, and it'll be really stupid, but I'll say it every time. And, okay, yeah, and you're going to get me looking down. Every one of these, I got to get a better background than our messy room and a horrible brick wall. Every one of these is going to end with me looking at the stop button and hitting the stop button. So I'm just going to do that now.